Say first, peace be with you on this beautiful day. And I do need some volunteers on this day. Ned, Kate, come forward. Excellent. Oh, Carla, come forward. Oh, Fiona, come forward. Okay, so here we go. Can we all see them up here? Yes. Okay, we have our four in front of us. I have a secret bar graph over here, and they're going to tell me which is the tallest bar. Is it bar A, B, C, or D? Mary, it's a secret. Can't tell them. Don't tell them. It's secret. Okay, ready? We'll pick Carla. Which is the tallest?
D is the tallest one.
D is the tallest one. Ned, which is the tallest? D is the tallest. Kate, which is the tallest?
I'd say D. D is the tallest.
Fiona, which is the tallest? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Do you trust these people? No, look, it's tricky. It's a little tricky. Which is the tallest one?
D is the tallest one.
It's D. Okay, we'll let this person in online because they want to find out too. So we have A, B, C, and D, and all of you say it's D, and you only have one that doesn't say. Thank you all so much for this experiment. You passed. What I just did. Thank you so much. Let's give a round of a hand for our volunteers today. Yeah. So, in the 1950s, we just reenacted a very famous psychology test that was given by Solomon Asch in the 1950s. And what Solomon Asch did, psychologists were trying to figure out what had happened in the world just years before. Why were all these people in an otherwise sane world following Nazism and Hitler? Because what happened, nearly all the doctors, very bright medical people, the entire medical establishment followed the Nazis in Germany. Nearly all the lawyers, everyone in the intelligentsia class followed the Nazis. Nearly all school teachers, university professors followed the Nazis. The majority of church-loving and going families, pastors, went along with the Nazis. We celebrate Pastor Dietrich Bonhoeffer and the Confessing Church because they were the exception. It was a German Christian national movement, like we are the best nation in the world, we are the greatest, make Germany great again, however you want to say it. Everyone was in that party. It was the Confessing Church that stood against that. And so what Solomon Asch wanted to do is figure out, how did this happen? And so he would have an experiment like this that we just did here with bars. He would have people, actors, programmed ahead of time to give the wrong answer and say that he was high, and see if people brought in would say, yeah, I guess I'll ignore common sense and not say that. Fiona was stubborn. Fiona told the truth. Yes. But what he found in his study was that 75% of the people went along with the group. 75% gave in. They conformed to the group. That was a scary thing he found out back then. Johnny Thompson, who is a teacher of philosophy at Oxford, asks us, can you be courageous? Well, kind of like what Fiona was doing today. Now, would you tell a laughing group of people that you walked in on that a joke was sexist or racist or bigoted? Will you stop them from laughing and tell them that right then? In your heart of hearts, Do you think that you, and surely you are all wonderfully loving and kind people today, do you really feel that you would have had the courage in that society to resist Nazism? That's the question from the scholar at Oxford. Jesus says, you are. You are the salt. Thank you, Fiona. You are the light. You are the salt that our world needs. The salt to bring out the goodness of the flavor of the world. You are the light. Instead of hiding and keeping things in the dark, you are the light, shining light on good works so people turn to God in love and praise. But it's so hard. It's so hard to be salty, to be different. It's so hard to be light and be different in a world, and yet our world needs it so much. On January 7th in Memphis, Tennessee, when Tyree Nichols was being pulled over for a traffic violation, it was really hard to be salt in that situation. When the first officer began beating, it was hard to be light. It's easier just to go along, to conform. As the next officer tased and kicked, as the EMTs just stood by the side, what was it, 17, 19 minutes, doing nothing. But Jesus says, you are salt. The world needs you to be salty. You are light. The world, especially now, needs you to be light. Shine a light. 3 months ago, on October 22nd, in Caldwell, New Jersey, a neighbor called and complained to the police about, quote, a little black woman walking and spraying stuff on sidewalks and trees. This little black woman was 9-year-old Bobby Wilson. 9-year-old Bobby was trying to help her neighborhood fight off spotted lantern flies. Spotted lantern flies are an invasive insect from another continent. They can hurt trees, they can ruin crops, they can destroy the native ecosystem and impact bird and bee population that's so vital to our world. And last summer, scientists encouraged people to kill the bugs, to destroy the eggs before so many native plants were wiped out. The New Jersey Department of Agriculture actually had this campaign. They started a Stomp It Out campaign in New Jersey, encouraging people to do just that. Stomp it out, stomp it out. So 9-year-old Bobby was inspired. And on TikTok, she found a special solution she can make, water and soap and maybe something else that you have to go to TikTok to find out what it was, but put it all together and went around to disarm the bugs. It would make them drop into the solution. And she was trying to make a difference. Not many other fourth graders were doing that in their free time. Imagine that fourth grader, Bobby. Isn't that fantastic what she was doing? And that's when a suspicious neighbor reported her to the police. A little black woman walking and spraying stuff on the sidewalk and trees. And the caller says, I don't know what the hell she's doing, but it scares me. It scares me. So the police arrived. The police officer questioned Bobby and her mother. The officer was very kind and courteous and realized he should not be there at all, did not agree at all with the suspicious neighbor, did not conform to this fear. Bobby's mother was really upset, very upset. And this could have gone badly so quickly. She publicized what had happened because the mother did not want this to be a traumatic event for Bobby or for other 9-year-old fourth graders. She wanted it to be a positive event. And so she started publicizing it. One of the people that found out was Dr. Opara down at Yale University. And Dr. Opara heard about Bobby and realized Bobby's being salt. Bobby's salty. She wants to make a difference. She's on a mission to help the world, to help her neighborhood, to make it a better place for her family and people. And so Dr. Opara invited Bobby and her family down to Yale, gave her a whole tour of the campus, introduced her to Black female scientists on Yale. They became friends. They call themselves Bobby's Yale aunties right now. And they stated, wouldn't we all want Yale aunties? Wouldn't that be great? Bobby has a whole bunch of them right now. And Bobby has also been honored now at both Yale and at Princeton. Bobby said it was cool, she said, that I can help other scientists. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? I love it. I can help other scientists. She already sees herself that way. A Yale professor, Dr. Opara, said, those lanternflies that someone had someone call the cops on her are now at Yale on display. And Dr. Opara says, I am in awe of just how beautiful these events have turned out. Jesus says, you are salt. The world needs to be salty, to do something. Jesus says, you are light. You are light. The world needs to just shine your light to get out there and be salty and to be light, because our world needs you to do that. So my world among you is so full of salty people. I have to say, Payson Park is full of stubborn and salty people. Thank God. Thank God. Standing up, doing the right thing. Payson Park Church and many people in my life are full of people of light. Jesus says you are salt and light, and you are. It's fantastic. But today, I want to focus on one person in particular. Megan. Megan, please, can you stand in the center here? I can do this because it's your last day. So. We read about Okay, so Megan, you know how much we all appreciate and love you. I know this is so hard. You are a talented musician, but you are far more than that. So much more, so much more. We love, I had some pictures at the start. We love your jumping in to play basketball against the teams. Yes, she was awesome. We were there. She joined the Deacons team, which we got crushed by the teens. And smacked. I remember it was like nine foot tall Harry and Ben kind of standing over you laughing. But she was feisty. She wouldn't let them get the ball back and forth.
Yeah, but Rick wouldn't pass the ball.
I know.
Get it out.
Tell the truth. Yes. And we love you because you tell the truth. Yes, you tell the truth. You tell the truth. She is salty. There's a reason we're honoring her today. She is salty. And we love you. On the day that we came back out of the pandemic, you played the music. It was the first live music back in the sanctuary. I started to cry.
Yeah.
I started to cry.
We both did. We were the only ones.
Yeah. You're all online. Thank goodness you're online today. We were just crying. We were just crying. It was beautiful. The gift of her music, the gift of her soul, the gift of who Megan is, salty and light. We love your passion for our congregation. You didn't sit back. You wanted justice to happen. You wanted compassion to happen. You were a major force, along with other very stubborn people in the congregation, pushing for O&A, open and affirming. Because of people like you, we did it. We did it. Big shout out to Wendy. Yeah. Yes.
Like led the way.
Oh my goodness.
All of congregations. Such a beautiful collection of souls.
Today's your day. So the choir adores you. As you know, they just had a special song I was invited in to witness up here. You are salt, you are light, Megan. And in this mixture, maybe found on TikTok, the solution that you are of light and salt, just like 9-year-old Bobby, we understand that God has sent us you, that you are the special mixture of salt and light in our midst. And thanks be to God. Thanks be to God. For 12 years, I've been here half the time, so 6 years, walking together with you in our world. I've loved working with you so much. It's just really hard to say goodbye. So,
Eric's done so much here, he's such a warrior, so, you know, and here we are, so, thank you.
stay right there. I'm now going to invite the choir to come behind you. Stay there. So, I want to say that my gift to you today is I wrote a song. And I didn't write the melody. I didn't write the melody. Phew. And now we're going to sing it to you.
Wow, thank you.
So, congregation, choir, everybody, you have to stay here.
I want to face
Well, okay, you can face the congregation and the choir, because everyone's going to sing the song. Everyone's singing the song. Yeah. This is a song for everybody. So, okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. We got a picture of Megan and everybody here? Okay, here we go.
This is going to be a good camera for the
Get over here.
Okay.
I will use my iPhone to get the white shot.
Okay.
Very good.
You are not going to